Action.
Valley Vista RV Resort is an Encore Resort, which is part of the Trails Collection package, which is an add-on to our Thousand Trails membership. The Trails Collection, I believe, costs $219 a year now, and it gives you an additional, I think it's 120 parks throughout the country. Now, the Encore parks are completely separate from your Thousand Trails membership. If your Thousand Trails membership allows you to stay in a park for up to 21 days and go park to park, the Encore or the Trails Collection is different. It only allows you to stay up to 14 days, and you cannot go from Encore to Encore. If you stay at an Encore park, even for one night, you have to stay out of the Encore system or the Trails Collection system for a week, for 7 days, and then you can go back to another Encore. But you can go from an Encore resort to a Thousand Trails resort and not stay out of the system for any length of time. We found that Valley Vista RV Resort is a very nice park and ranks right up there in the top of the Encore parks that we visited over the years. Mm-hmm. Valley Vista has 145 sites, and it has some pull-throughs and some back-ends. Most of the pull-throughs are large enough to accommodate any big rig that you might be coming in with. Mm-hmm. Our rig is approximately 68 feet in total length, and we didn't have any issues at all putting all three of our vehicles into that site.
Right, they're just as wide.
They have both 30 and 50 amp service at the sites. However, if you do connect to a 50 amp, it is an additional $3 a day charge, which we're finding pretty common amongst the Encore parks. Yeah. The access roads into the park are very large and spacious and hard-packed gravel. We didn't get any dust while we were there.
No, that was so nice, especially being in the desert.
So the hard-packed gravel was very nice.
Right. The only downside to it was the gravel would get into your shoes and you'd bring it into the coach, but I'll take that over dust any day.
Yeah. They had a very spacious dog park, very dog-friendly park. Mm-hmm. There were a lot of people there with dogs.
Yeah.
The park has all of your standard amenities. It has a pool, it has a hot tub, it has very nice landscaping throughout the park.
It does, it really does.
There's a big wash that goes down through the middle of the park with a couple of bridges that you cross. So we weren't there during the monsoon season, so I don't know what it's like, but apparently during the monsoon season you might have a creek or a small river running through the middle of your park.
Yeah, it was pretty deep too.
It was.
And their laundry facility I thought was very impressive. It was clean, and there were five washers and 5 dryers in there, and it was really reasonable.
Yeah, it took the machines took quarters, and the office had quarters to change out.
Yeah.
Speaking of the office staff was very, very friendly.
Yes.
And very knowledgeable, and they did allow us to get Amazon packages at no extra charge.
That's nice.
It was. There is a rec facility with tables and chairs and a coffee machine. There's a library with books and puzzles and games.
You had Wi-Fi?
They did have Wi-Fi, yeah. And speaking of Wi-Fi, our Verizon and T-Mobile signals both were excellent.
Yeah.
We have very good service on both Verizon and T-Mobile in Benson, Arizona.
Yeah, and that's that just is so nice.
The park is in Benson, Arizona, which is located about 40 miles southeast of Tucson. So we made a couple of trips into Tucson. It's about a 40 to 45 minute drive into Tucson. And Tucson's got Costco's and
3
Best
Costco's.
Buys and yeah, anything you'd want you
Anything.
can find in Tucson, which is
Absolutely.
about a 40 to 45 minute drive up the freeway. It's also conveniently located close to the town of Tombstone and all the attractions there at Tombstone. It is about 15 to 20 minutes away from Kartchner Caverns. So we didn't get a chance to visit the caverns. We did go visit the state park there at Kartchner, and it was a nice state park.
Yes.
We also made a day trip down to Sierra Vista to see an old friend that
Yeah.
that we haven't seen in a number of years. We got to go to a farmer's market in Sierra Vista.
Uh-huh.
We also got a chance to take some hiking trails at Coronado, which is a national memorial. They've got a small visitors center, and the view from up there is just amazing.
Yes, the drive up there is beautiful.
If you do decide to go to Coronado National Memorial, you're gonna need a truck with 4-wheel drive because it's dirt roads and washboardy.
Yes.
Ron was nice enough to take us on the trip. Thanks, Ron.
Yes. We
Ron
had
was
such
nice
a
enough
great day.
to show us the area and take us up there in his pickup truck, and it was an amazing day. It's also conveniently located north of the town of Bisbee, and Bisbee, if you've never been there, is kind of an art community.
Yeah. It's a little quirky town, and it was so cute.
Yeah, they've done a really nice job in the
Yeah.
town of Bisbee. So there's a lot to do in the area, believe it or not, and we stayed 2 weeks and just had a great time. The weather was beautiful. The town of Benson itself is quite small. There is a Walmart
Yeah, 5 minutes from our park, so that was nice.
and a couple of very nice cafes and restaurants. There's an Ace Hardware in town, and we found Benson to be very friendly and fun to visit. So what would we rate Valley Vista RV Resort? I give it a 4.
Yeah. I
4
think
out of
so.
5.
Yeah, I think just the atmosphere, the people there, and the large sites.
The only thing I think they could do to improve that park is maybe make asphalt access roads. If it had asphalt access roads, I would give it a 5 out of 5. It was amazing. The people that were there were great. The office staff was wonderful, and they do offer some specials for snowbirds. So they offer a 3-month and a 6-month package in the winter time, and if you reserve your site a year in advance for the next winter, they'll give you a discount on
Yeah.
their monthly rates. Their monthly rates are very reasonable. So that's a wrap on Sierra Vista RV Resort. We really enjoyed it. The office staff, I can't say enough about the office staff. They were absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, Mary came by every day to see how we're doing, and they're just great people.
Yep. Very big rig friendly. Wouldn't have an issue taking any size rig in there. In fact, there was another HDT that was there while we were visiting. So there's plenty of room for big rigs, and again, the people that run the place are just amazing. So highly recommend Valley Vista RV Resort.